Hello, I want to tell you a little bit about my truth map, which I believe is going to be foundational for you to help you move forward with clarity, intention, and purpose. But first, I'm going to give you a wee bit of a history lesson and where it all came from. I was working with a client one day who was quite stuck in a situation where she was making bold assumptions about what she assumed was going to happen given a particular interaction with a difficult to manage stakeholder in her life. And we were trying different things to try and get her beyond this essentially this blocking situation. And we then started to go down a path of saying, right, okay, let's actually concentrate on the truth. And that was really the birthplace of the truth map. It got me to a spot in a place where, with other clients afterwards, I started to notice similar patterns in terms of assumptions being made about things that were likely to happen based on past experiences. Now, you can't do that because you've changed, the other party has changed, the circumstance, the situation has changed, so it's not the same parameters that you're working within. Now, you can still confidently discern some of the behaviours or reactions that are going to come from particular individuals in your life, especially if you know them well. But you need to give yourself grace, you need to give yourself space, and the same for the other party to be able to know for a fact exactly what's happening. So I then started to think about how does that actually manifest itself into something that's going to be meaningful for you to be able to move forward. And then came the truth map. So the truth map in and of itself is 4 steps. The first one being discovering your truth. The second one being committing to action. The third one being tracking your journey. And the fourth one being arrive with certainty. Now the truth map is really concentrating on step 1, which is discover your truth. Steps 2, 3, and 4 are repeatable processes that you can use once you have your truth, once you have the actual factual information that you need to be able to then build a plan that you can then put in to logical orders and create communication criteria, measurement criteria, and such around that to give yourself the best opportunity to indeed arrive with certainty. And that's the whole point, to give yourself that better criteria, that better framework, that better foundation, and that better peace of mind as you move forward. So when you get involved with the truth map, as in you download the truth map, you're going to get 2 documents. The first one is going to be a presentation that takes you through the 4 steps in a wee bit of detail, not too much in terms of what that looks like in terms of the content. But what it does is it introduces the 4 concepts to you. Straight after that, in your inbox, within about 5 minutes or so, you're going to get a separate PDF document that takes you through the key facets of discover your truth and discover the truth that you need to use to be able to then build into the actions that you're going to take going forward. And basically it's set into 3 different steps within the discover your truth part. The first one is, what do you know for a fact? An absolute fact is indisputable. You can prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. This is the actual, genuine, bona fide truth. You can say this for a fact. And what you'll do is you'll list that down on the left-hand side. And then on the right-hand side, you'll figure out what, if any, actions you're going to take as a result of this factual, actual information. The second part, which is when you start to get to the assumptions part, or the gaps, is what do you think you know? So you, with a relative degree of certainty, you think you have this information. It's based on past experience. It's based on information you've been party to up to and including this point. And then you get a point to list down what you think you know from there. And the third part is, what do you know for a fact that you don't know? So then you get to a spot where you're saying, right, okay, actually, I don't know how she's going to respond. Actually, I don't know how long it's going to take. Actually, I don't know what type and style of effort it's going to take to get to that particular part. And then you move forward. And then on each occasion, as I mentioned earlier, you're writing down action items to correlate with a fact that you've already captured on the left-hand column as you go there. So you then get to a point where you've essentially written what you do and don't know, and what you're going to do about that. What you're going to do to take that forward with intention, with purpose, with clarity, to know what you need to do to get to that point where you say, I need to take these things that I don't know and put them into I think I know, or even better, that I know for a fact buckets, to give yourself that opportunity to say, right, now we have the clarity or enough clarity to be able to move forward and start to create action plans for there. What do you know for a fact? What do you think you know? And what do you know that you don't know? And creating actions in and around them is going to serve you. It's going to help you move forward and give you the best opportunity to success, to arrive with that certainty that you're hoping to arrive with. So download the presentation. Within 5 minutes, you'll have the worksheet. Complete the worksheet with as much information as you absolutely have. Capture what your action items are, put them into a logical order, move forward, or lean into the action items, complete the action items, get the actual truth, the information that you need to be able to then commit to a plan, a schedule, tracking criteria, moving forward with purpose, intention, integrity, and give yourself the best opportunity to arrive with that certainty. I am absolutely rooting for you. Please use this. Trust me, this works. Absolutely, it works. And it doesn't take as long as you might think it will take to get you that opportunity to give you that foundational truth as you're going forward. As always, please don't hesitate to reach out if you need any help whatsoever with this, but try it first before you get in touch, just to see how it goes for you. Good luck, my friends.